Average Dude has something to say about...
Everybody, welcome back. I didn't expect to talk about another extreme violence situation with a transgender individual. Transgender isn't something that I'm overly familiar with, but boy, am I really starting to realize that these individuals, they live a very dangerous life, and they do not deserve what happens and what continues to happen. I actually was trying to correspond with Jennifer McCreath, who is very outspoken about this particular situation, and Jennifer's been making a lot of videos. I mean, just video after video after video. I haven't made that many videos, certainly not in comparison to Jennifer, but I'm actually surprised that Jennifer has not reached this particular situation. And I know how hard it is because there's just too much awful, horrible crap going on. But for those of you that don't know, Jamaica has got to be in a world that absolutely hates gays and transgenders and anything that the normies consider weird. It's got to be the worst. It's got to be absolute. Jamaica's hell on earth. This is the story of Dwayne Jones. This is an individual who, biologically male, grew up in Jamaica and just couldn't. In order to understand transgender, this is what I've come to understand. You're basically in a biological gender body, like say if you're a male and you've never ever felt for one moment that you were truly male, like you genuinely feel that you're female inside, but you got this shell that's male, and vice versa. For those that are biologically female and have never ever been able to feel like they were female, that it's like, okay, I can't comprehend that on a personal level, but dear God, that has to be one hell of a burden. And the danger is furious. This dude, well, let's just go into this story here. Quote, Dwayne Jones, by age 16, the teenager was dead, beaten, stabbed, shot, and run over by a car when he showed up at a street party dressed as a woman. His mistake: confiding to a friend that he was attending a straight party as a girl for the first time in his life. That's the mistake. So this individual keeps it to himself, doesn't confide in any straight normie friends or anybody, because that's how dangerous things are apparently in Jamaica and a lot of the rest of the world too. Confiding in one person. Think about that for a moment. If I confide and let someone know that I've always been a fan of the music, Milli Vanilli music, because that's not popular and people tend to... I don't have to fear for my life for that. I don't have to worry about a lynch mob with pitchforks and torches. This was a fatal mistake, but that's ridiculous. One statement to oh my God, a friend. Quote, when I saw Dwayne's body, I started shaking and crying, said Chloe, one of 3 transgendered friends who shared a derelict house with the teenager in the hills above the north coast city of Montego Bay. Like most transgenders and gays in Jamaica, Chloe wouldn't give a full name out of fear. Right there. If there is one statement out of this entire thing that stands out more than anything else, wouldn't give a full name out of fear. I cannot possibly on a personal level understand that. I go out into the world, I'm a male, I feel I'm a male, I'm white, I don't even have to worry about it. My God, I don't have to worry about that. That is some truly horrendous crap. Quote, for years, Jamaica's gay community has lived so far underground that their parties and church services were held in secret locations. Gee, wonder why? Because if you confide even in a friend, you die? Okay, quote, most gays have stuck to a don't ask, don't tell policy of keeping their hidden to avoid... No kidding! Because one statement to a friend is a fatal mistake, apparently. You can't even talk to one straight, normie friend. Son of a bitch. Wow. Leading to death? You don't have to understand it and you don't have to like it, but to murder the person? Oh my God. Quote, like most Jamaican homosexuals, Dwayne was careful and confiding in others about his sexual orientation. But when he saw a girl he had known from church, he told her he was attending the party in drag. That's a terminal mistake. Transgender people, I don't understand what you go through, but this was a fatal decision of his, and it's not fair. It's not even remotely fair. But don't tell. It's not right that you can't feel that you can't tell, but protect your lives first. Whoa. Quote, minutes later, according to Chloe and Kiki, the girl's male friends gathered around the teen, in other words, Dwayne, at that point panicked and raced down the street, but he couldn't run fast enough to escape the mob. I'm going to repeat from before, okay? Beaten, stabbed, shot, and run over by a car. Okay, let's talk about this, really go into detail. Okay, in order to truly appreciate and understand what happened, Dwayne, who had been kicked out of his parents' house because he was different, and I'm sure that is a very, very unfortunate real reality for a bunch of gay and transgender people all over the world. But, I mean, this guy confided in a female friend, a straight female friend. And what happened was, when he went to this party to identify as a female himself, as a transgender, apparently the attention was, you read all the links because the links are down below. The attention was on him. All these straight guys apparently thought that Dwayne was hot, and they were thinking with their dicks and not even bothering to think with their heads, and tried to, oh, I don't know, get to know Dwayne and find out that Dwayne was in fact biologically male and identified as female. I mean, they didn't even bother. They just simply thought with their dicks. They were thinking, they weren't thinking. That's the whole problem. But even worse is his female friend, some friend this bitch is, she's responsible for his death, by the way, because the males were paying attention to her friend, Dwayne, she got all jealous and she ratted her friend out. She ratted him out! And then these males who, how dare, oh my goodness, it's a guy? This person must die. Yeah, it's like, how dare something glitter not be gold? Not everything that glitters is gold in the world. We need to stop worrying about, we need to stop noticing nothing but appearance and actually look beneath the surface with everything, not just people, but just with the world around us. Not everything that glitters is gold. And it definitely didn't mean that he needed to die. He didn't deserve to die. Damn it. So you have a jealous female friend, and I am noticing this. This reminded me of a situation at a McDonald's in Baltimore back in April 18th of 2011. This transgender individual, Chrissy Polis, was horrendously attacked. Oh, the links are down below on that one too. And the reason why is that she was at McDonald's, and these two ladies, black ladies, but it doesn't matter, just people, they thought that Chrissy was taking their men. You're taking my man. That kind of thing. So they hauled off and beat the unholy hell. Tiona Brown has been sentenced to prison time. And not the first attack. in a McDonald's on her behalf. Yeah, Tiana Brown has attacked before. And the other person, the other attacker isn't named because the other attacker was a 14-year-old, in other words, a minor, so they won't do that. But even the 14-year-old is bigger than Chrissy. Chrissy couldn't possibly have been, even though biologically, couldn't have possibly been 90 pounds sopping wet. And this big, beefy, hefty woman and her 14-year-old, who was also bigger than Chrissy, just wouldn't stop. Chrissy was convulsing with seizures, bleeding, and the McDonald's crew, nothing, just staring, laughing. You see a whole bunch of, in the video, you see a whole bunch of people there just watching, except one woman, Vicky Toms, tried to help and she got punched. That's sick. But doesn't that tell you something? I think the writers of M. Butterfly and Madam Butterfly had it right. It's A-okay as long as the truth doesn't come out. If you find out that it's not a female and now it's that person's fault. No, it's the straight people need to look beneath the surface and find out who these people are. And females, straight females, you need to have better self-esteem and not be so wickedly, horribly jealous and vile towards these people. If you cannot keep your man, blame your man for your man's eyes roaming, and don't attack these transgender people. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching. Take care.